Greetings. This is Doc Ock coming at you live and direct today from Black Facts Headquarters Central as usual. Hoo-wee, and we are ready to rock it steady with another month of fun in the sun. We'll say it like that, fun in the sun, because this month we're going to be featuring the history of Ethiopia. Now, I know I've done some pieces on Ethiopia before. We did an Ethiopian Christmas celebration. We've done some other things on Ethiopia before, but Ethiopian history is important enough for us to do a reprise and to delve deeper into the history of Ethiopia, because we've barely even scratched the surface. Just barely. So today, what we're going to do is we're going to do an introduction to Ethiopian History 101. But before we do that, we got a few things we need to take care of. Number one, if you haven't done it already, give us a like if you're watching on Facebook. If you're on YouTube, give us a thumbs up. And no matter what platform you may be viewing this on, please make sure to spread the word far and wide. That if your friends, your family, and even your enemies want to put a little more glide in their stride and a little more pride so they don't ever have to hide again, this is where they come if they want to win. Right over here to the Tubular Black Facts channel. Now, let's go ahead and get this party started, because we need to handle our business up here on the Tubular Black Facts channel. All right, here we go here. Real simple proverb. I know I've read this one before, but it can stand reading again. If you offend, ask for pardon. If offended, forgive. If you offend, ask for pardon. If offended, forgive. Okay. See, somebody's trying to reach me here, but I'll just have to check them a little bit later. They managed to call at the exact inopportune time. All right. Let's see. Now, where was I at? Introduction to Ethiopian history. And I forgot to say where that proverb was from. Oh man, hard to find it again. Maybe I can happen up on it, maybe not. If you offend, ask for pardon. If offended, forgive. Yep, and that is an Ethiopian proverb. I thought it was, but I just wanted to make sure. All right, now we're gonna, as I said, we're gonna make this is gonna be an introduction to Ethiopian History 101. So let me go ahead and interject get our slideshow started here. Bring in the slideshow. If you're watching on Facebook, you're not seeing the slides for a very good reason, because they're not up there. If you would like to see the slides, you need to switch from Facebook over to the Tubular Black Facts channel on YouTube. And that's we feature our presentations and all of our live streams there for one very good reason, because that's where everybody can see it. Whether, of all ages, the teachers, the children, everybody can access YouTube, whereas not everybody can access Facebook. And so that's why we post them up on YouTube. Meanwhile, let's do this thing. Ethiopia, land of our forefathers. Some say the oldest man is from Ethiopia. And that may be. It may be the land of Adam and Eve. That is at least what some folks believe. But we have our own stories that tell us about our history. When will they be told? They've been told from the days of old, and they continue to be told nightly around the hearth, the family hearth. They continue to be told to the school children of Ethiopia. They continue to be told in many parts of Africa, in the villages. But for the people living the modern lifestyle, we rarely hear these stories of the brave men and women of Africa. We love to walk around saying that we are kings and queens. The question is, kings and queens of what? In Ethiopia, let me say it this way. Ethiopia is the land of kings. So if each and every one of us is a king and a queen, surely we must come from Ethiopia, because Ethiopia is known for being a land of kings and queens. Not only a land of kings and queens, but a land of the King of Kings and the Queen of Queens. Yes, we're talking about the Negus and Nagast, the emperors of Ethiopia, stretching back from Haile Selassie all the way back to Solomon, the 3,000-year Solomonic dynasty of Ethiopia. The 3,000-year Solomonic dynasty that stretches all the way back to the beginning, to before the beginning of Christianity, into the pre-Christian era. Ethiopia, land of our forefathers, old as time, but easy to say in any kind of rhyme. Land of the round churches. Ethiopia, land of our forefathers and our foremothers, where every knee shall bow, not necessarily to the emperor, but to God Almighty, Jah Rastafari. Ethiopia, the land of sun, 13 months of sunshine. Some folks ask, do we have drums? Some folks even say we have no drums. Yet, here they are. Ethiopia, land of our forefathers, land of our foremothers. The land they say that Adam and Eve come from. Yes, they call her Lucy. But is she Lucy or is she Eve? Or is that just something you have to believe? Ethiopia, the land of our forefathers and our foremothers, our forerunners, our ancestors. Some say there are 33 races of man. Can you name them? Most of us only know races based on color: red, yellow, black, and white. We know nothing of the Caucasian man, the faraway Moses, the Ainu. We know nothing of the history of the Japanese, the Korean, the Hungarian, the brunette European, the blonde European, the Slavs of Ural Russia and other parts, the Yugoslavs, the Czechoslavs, and all those other Slavs. How many races of man really are there? The Smithsonian says there's 33. Where do they tell you this? right on the outside of the building. The Smithsonian, not the Smithsonian, the Library of Congress. Let me correct myself. The Library of Congress says there are 33 races of man, and they put them right there on the outside of the building. But even though the information is right there in our face, do we take the time to check it out? Now, the Queen of Sheba, where does she come from? They say she comes from Ethiopia. It says it they talk about her in the Bible. They say she is black yet comely. Even though in the movies they depict her a little bit differently. As well as Solomon. Ethiopia, the land of our forefathers, the land of our foremothers. They came before us, and some of them is in us. Ethiopia, land of our forefathers. The land we know little of the history of. Just what we've heard in the Bible. Ethiopia, the land of the dark-skinned Caucasian. Yes, that's right. The dark-skinned Caucasian. Pitch black as night. Hair as frizzy and kinky and woolly as a lamb. The dark-skinned Caucasian. How can that be? How can there be dark-skinned Caucasians? These are all things we need to see, because it's amazing that they could even be, or that people could even say that this is what they see. Ethiopia, the land of our forefathers and our foremothers, where there are 13 months of sunshine, and where the divine and the profane exist as one at the very same time. Ethiopia, land of our forefathers and our foremothers, where there are 13 months of sunshine. You say you only know about 12? And that's why we need to learn about our history, because a lot of it is still a mystery. Ethiopia, the land of our forefathers and our foremothers, the land of kings and queens, the land of the king of kings and the queen of queens, Nagus and Nagast. Not Yul Brynner style, not Gina Lola Brigida style, but for real. Ethiopia, the land of our forefathers, where the women are black yet comely. Ethiopia, land of our forefathers and our foremothers. Lest we be lost in this land of illusion. We need to go past the illusion, through the pollution, and get to the real before we'll ever really know the deal. Ethiopia, land of our forefathers and our foremothers. The land of the seal of Solomon. Yes, I know, they told you it was the Star of David. But before, in Ethiopia, we call it the seal of Solomon. Ethiopia, the land of our forefathers. The land known to be the home of the Queen of Sheba. The Queen of Sheba that made Solomon as famous as he is. You can read your Bible all you like. How many stories do you find where a king visits Solomon, or a queen for that matter? There's only one about the Queen of Sheba. We call her Makeda. And my pronunciation may be a little off, but that's okay. That's just my southern accent coming out. Ethiopia, the land of our forefathers and our foremothers. The land of the dark-skinned Caucasian. No, we're not talking about a Blasian. We're not talking about an Asian. We're not talking about a black Asian. We're talking about a dark-skinned Caucasian. Nay, not a dark-skinned Caucasian, but a whole quote-unquote race of dark-skinned Caucasian. Musicians, dancers, drummers, priests, kings, emperors. Ethiopia, the land of our forefathers and our foremothers. This is what we'll be delving into in Ethiopian History 101. We're going to point out the trick and let you find the truth. We're going to let you see the real so you can know the deal. And when it's all said and done, you will be able to enjoy your life and maybe even have more fun. Because there's nothing better in life than knowing from where you come. Ethiopia, land of our forefathers and our foremothers. There is no other like Ethiopia. Not in African history, not in European history, not even in the history of Asia, where all those great nations come from, the Chinese, the Turks, the Mongols, and all those other groups of people. Ethiopia, land of our forefathers. The land of Marcus Garvey, the land of Bob Marley. Ethiopia, the land from whence we come, the place to which we return. Ethiopia. And there you have it in a nutshell, our introduction today to our next series of live streams, Ethiopian History 101. We're going to do some different things during this month. We're going to try some things that we haven't tried before. And so will you. Unfortunately, you won't be able to taste them because we might do a taste test. Okay, we might have to taste test a few things. But we're going to try some things. We're going to do some things. And we're not going to tell you everything we're going to do because we're going unrehearsed through the universe. And when we get done, you'll never want to curse. But you will know a whole lot more and be better versed in your history, my history, our history. We're going to make it a whole lot less of a mystery. In the meanwhile, tonight we're going to be reading one of these stories over here. I hadn't decided on which one yet. Maybe we'll read one here about one of the Ethiopian saints. Okay, I haven't decided which one I'm going to read yet, but this is one we have here, and we have a number of these. And as you notice, it's written in English and it's written in Amharic. Yes, we have our own language. We not only do we have our own language, we have our own script, our own writing that is not Romanized, doesn't have anything to do with Rome. So it's just a little book. This is a children's book. And so, we do our children's live streams in the evening. Sometimes they may seem more like they're for the adults than the children, but that's only because we know we have children of all ages. So we try to hit you with information that's good for children at all stages. In the meanwhile, what we need y'all to do, if you haven't done it already, give us a like if you're watching on Facebook. Give us a thumbs up if you're watching on YouTube. And go ahead and make a donation today. It's about time. Make a donation today. You can do it easily on our website, blakfacts.org. If you're watching on YouTube, it's in the descriptions, all our descriptions. If you're watching on Facebook, you can get to it. You can make a donation in your notification area if you're on your mobile, and if you're on your laptop or your desktop, then just go below each live stream and you'll see a link down there to make a donation there as well. So go ahead and make a donation. Help us continue to bring you these stories. We've got a whole month of stories coming at you hard and fast. And we're going to talk about a number of different things, including the exigencies of race. What is race? What does it mean? How real is it? Etc., etc., etc. Because we've been duped and sometimes we've been scorned. But we're never going to be forlorn. We're going to continue to rise no matter what. So that should be no surprise. Peace with justice to all our listeners, all our viewers out there. Because peace without justice disgusts us. And we love being discussed, but we don't like being disgusted. So look for us again tonight. This is Doc Ock at noon and 9 signing off. We will be back at 9 o'clock, and we will make sure that this house will rock. Matter of fact, we're going to build it on a solid rock. Peace out now. Oh, and let me give a wave to Malcolm. I see you over there.